Objective complete. Good work, Marines. Analysis of the flight recorder from the escape pod shows a number of vessels did successfully break orbit and leave Varion 12. Looks like a handful of Syntech officers and colonists. We also show a small container left the atmosphere without broadcasting ID codes. All launch data for this vessel has been scrambled by persons unknown. We dispatched scout vessels to search the immediate vicinity, but given its size and the unknown trajectory, the chances of finding it are slim. Everyone has to be on that lift before it'll activate. Good work destroying the pipeline, squad. This should hinder swarm movement within the colony. We are showing the reactor back up and running at full efficiency. Great job. The data you recovered shows a number of Syntech security personnel attempted to fight back the infestation. We can assume at this point that they were unsuccessful. With the sewer access tunnel sealed, the swarm have only one way to the surface. Excellent work. The thermonuclear device detonated by your squad has destroyed the bulk of the swarm forces beneath the surface. We estimate in excess of 200 eggs and countless swarm drones have been wiped out by the detonation. We are still detecting a single large heat source in a deep, well-protected chamber. Command is making investigation of this a priority. Alright, squad, you made it to the extraction zone. Command ship is inbound. You just need to hold out until I get there. Almost there, squad. Hang in there, squad. I'm on my way. Coming in hot. Okay, squad, we need to check the shipping manifest, see if any survivors made it off this rock. Make your way down to the landing bay and find a terminal where we can download the transport records. I'll check in with you there. These manifests are useless. Guess record keeping wasn't exactly high on the priority list when the swarm hit. We are now search and rescue until otherwise informed, so keep an eye out for survivors. Head for the far exit and then we'll regroup. Alright, keep going. Main colony's dead ahead. We better get to the colony to see what we can find. We can't get to the colony from up here. We need to get down to the lower level. Get to the exit! The situation isn't pretty. This next sector's completely overrun. There's a pipeline that the swarm's using as a superhighway to spread through the colony. You go ahead and find that pipeline and I'll see if we can figure out a way to destroy it. We need to stop these bugs from getting out. Looks like we weren't the only ones who knew the swarm were using the pipeline. That's a lot of boom packed around that pipe. Miners must have rigged the explosives and never got the chance to set them off. How about you finish what they started? That's the pipeline right above you. Go ahead and blow it now. Looks like power's out in the next area. I got an idea, though, for lighting up your way. Okay, I'm sending in Bloodhound to see if I can't shed a little light on this problem. You try and stay under lamps while you're crossing the bridge, you should be alright. Good job. Now get across. Okay, I'm gonna bring Bloodhound in low and hover. You climb across her back while she's waiting. Step lightly now. She's gotta bring you home at the end of this. Colony reactor is dead ahead. Okay, squad. Command wants the computers up and running. The colony's reactor was knocked offline by the swarm attack, so you need to find your way to the reactor core and get the juice back on in there. Great job, team. Power's on. Command is accessing the colony's computer systems right now. Keep moving and we'll regroup up ahead. Okay, squad. Word just came down from on high. I'm gonna be straight with you. It's all bad. Command didn't like what the colony's computer system had to say. Looks like the colonists are all dead. Means the infestation's out of control, and they've decided to introduce the swarm to the wonders of the nuclear age. They've uploaded detonation codes into the mine's nuclear excavation device, basically a thermonuclear warhead. They need to deliver it into the heart of the swarm's nest. Head toward residential, and I'll see about finding you a path to the bomb. Alright. Sensors show a massive buildup of eggs and biomass in this sector. Make yourselves a little room to work. Clear out the infestation. Burn them if you have to, but be advised, a destroying biomass calls a swarm. Looks like more biomass ahead. Get a firing solution on that problem. Alright, you've almost cleared out the last of it. Keep pushing forward. Just a few more eggs to go. You cleared out the area. Time to get to the swarm nest. Take the elevator down. Okay, squad, I'm picking up major swarm at Sewerjunction 16. I'm picking up massive kinetic signatures in one of the old maintenance tunnels. Remember, those eggs are full of parasites. Take them out on site. Okay, squad, moisture's dripping off those walls. Looks like an ideal breeding ground for swarm parasites. Medics, stay on your toes. I don't want to lose a Marine to infestation. Okay, team, we need to seal the tunnel entrance. This will help keep the swarm off your backs as you move deeper into the colony. I think I found a shortcut for you. I'm detecting a breach in the facility's northwest wall. Move the squad through that breach and regain access to the surface. Alright, the bomb's just up ahead. We've got new kinetic signatures breaking out all across the map. This doesn't look good. Alright, there's the bomb. You'll need to use the rail system to get that thing into the nest. And remember, losing this fight is not an option. We're going to sterilize this rock right down to its bare molecules. Okay, first things first. You need to reactivate the power substation for the cable railway. This will start the warhead on its path toward the breeding chamber. Alright, there are 2 doors you're going to need to hack to get the warhead into position. Get them open. Once the warhead is in position, activate the detonation sequence. After that, you're going to need to backtrack your way up to the surface to reach your extraction zone. Alright, squad, the clock is ticking. You do not want to be there when that device goes off. Trust me, it would ruin your whole day. Head out the same way you came. We'll pick you up on the surface. Gang, you need to be high speed, low drag on this operation. Time's running out, you gotta pick up the pace. You need to hustle, you're almost out of time. Squad, you need to run like your lives depend on it, because they do. There's not much time left. You are running out of time. Pick up the pace or you're not gonna make it. Squad, you need to get out of there now. 10 seconds left. Well, you almost made it. I'm sorry, I'll notify your next of kin. It was an honor serving with you. You will be remembered. It was an honor to serve with each and every one of you. You made the ultimate sacrifice. Good work. Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. You did it. The bomb's gone off. The swarm threat has been exterminated. The nuke is blocked. Clear out the biomass to free it up. Landing pad's overrun. Bloodhound's coming in. Jump on her back and we'll get you out of there. Yeah, we made it!